To the 12 additional indictments that we saw this weekend by Rod Rosenstein. Obviously, they are indicting these 12 Russians for meddling in the 2016 election.
Well, so if you're keeping track of the numbers, I think that makes 25 or 26 Russians indicted for meddling in our election. But it's 0 Russians indicted for colluding with Americans. And it's 0 Americans indicted for colluding with Russians. So all of this goes to prove what many of us that have seen every classified document have been saying, which is that there is no evidence of collusion. But as a former U.S. attorney and as a former terrorism prosecutor and national security lawyer, I got to tell you, Maria, it's a really curious way about going about an investigation if you're serious. Typically, when you've got defendants in foreign jurisdictions, you don't hold a public press conference and announce it if you ever have any intention of prosecuting them. The indictments should have remained sealed until you could lure those defendants to a jurisdiction from which they could be extradited, arrested, and then unseal the indictments. So it really seems like, from my perspective, this is more about the special counsel trying to justify the work that they're doing and their existence, rather than really trying to seriously prosecute folks that were trying to meddle in our election.
Because at the end of the day, we don't have jurisdiction over them, and they're not going to be prosecuted. We can't.
Well, that's exactly right, Maria. And the other problem with this is these types of cases, U.S. attorneys can handle them. Lawyers from the criminal division, national security division at Main Justice can handle these cases. We don't need a special counsel. Remember, the special counsel's mandate is links and coordination between the Trump campaign and the Russian government, and there's not a word of that in any of these indictments.
Really.